Shabbat Shalom family and aloha from Maui, Hawaii. This is your sister Chaya with your Melchizedek news headlines for Saturday, December 6th. I pray that you all are well with so much that's going on in the world. That being said, we have a lot of headlines to go over. I'm going to get you caught up on everything that's happening around the world. But first, all praises to the Most High God. For this is the Melchizedek Network, the network that represents for the true Messiah. That's right. This is the day that the Most High has made, and we shall be glad and rejoice in it. Family, there's a lot brewing in the Northeast with these winter storms. Man, it's been so much, frigid temperatures. So we're going to go over here and start with the weather. Shall we?
But we begin this morning with this top story, a cold and stormy weekend for millions of Americans. Overnight, high winds in the Pacific Northwest knocked out power to more than 12,000 customers. And to the east, cold temperatures are taking hold in the final days of fall. Temperatures from the northern plains to the east coast will be well below average. In some areas, that means freezing conditions that can feel like single digits or even lower when factoring in the wind chill. Anna Zach has more on these very cold conditions.
From the mountain west to a chilly capital, Americans faced record-setting cold temperatures across the country Friday. Nearly a dozen new record lows were set as a mass of Arctic air moved from the Midwest to the Northeast. A day of temperatures in the 20s left some frost-bitten Bostonians especially cold.
I'm pretty much used to it, but there's always something to complain about. My hair froze this morning.
I'm freezing, my nose hurts, I'm headed to the gym, I didn't want to get out of bed.
Washington, D.C. was under its first extreme cold alert of the season. A ground stop was issued at Ronald Reagan National Airport due to icy conditions.
Slow down out there, family. Remember, family, with all these frigid temperatures, make sure you have a backup plan. Make sure you have, maybe a small generator because there could be power outages. And with those type of temperatures, it could be deadly. Let's go over here to Indonesia. Man, they've been having this catastrophic flooding situation. I want you to check this footage out.
Indonesia's president is under increasing pressure to declare a national emergency on the island of Sumatra. Cyclone-driven floods and landslides have killed at least 836 people. Hundreds more are missing. Many villages remain buried under mud and debris, and forecasters have warned that more very heavy rain is on the way, bearing down on the island.
I want you to see this where a road collapsed in Indonesia. They said no one was hurt, but man, did you see that footage? I mean, the world is falling apart. Literally. Yes, literally, brothers and sisters. Let's come back over to the USA. And over in Tennessee, there was a serious bus crash involving a school bus that caught a fire. I want you to see this footage.
The terrifying moments caught on camera. A school bus totally up in flames. Thick black smoke shooting up. The children on board escaping just moments earlier.
Highway 49 East, it's going to be a school bus on fire. All the children are off.
NBC News obtaining video of the dramatic inferno. as well as these images showing first responders extinguishing the blaze. Miguel Henry, a former bus driver himself, recording the video on his way to work and went to lend a hand.
I'm so happy to report that none of the children were injured. Brothers and sisters, man, there's so much going on with the schools and so forth. You know, I am an advocate of homeschooling your children in these trying times. We are in the times of tribulation, and it's just so much. If it's at all possible, homeschool should be the number one objective for your children these days. Check out this incident as well in California involving students in schools.
Seen at John F. Kennedy High School in Granada Hills this morning after a fire broke out on campus.
Hundreds of students were evacuated. Eyewitness News reporter Niku Kazori is outside the school with the latest. Niku.
Yeah, students here are used to participating in fire drills, but this time it was no drill, and it was the aftermath of the fire that was chaotic.
LAFD crews battled a fire on the roof of a large building under construction at Kennedy High School around 10 this morning.
We did have a significant roof fire, and all that insulation burns had a large smoke column throughout the San Fernando Valley that people could see and were worried. But fortunately, firefighters got here so quick. The first arriving 35 of them extinguished it in just 26 minutes.
Students were evacuated to the football field, but because the smoke was headed that way, they were evacuated again to the baseball fields before being escorted to a parent pickup location.
Oh, praises to the Most High, man. There's so much going on. Everybody is safe, but I know a lot of those children, students, were traumatized, you know. Meanwhile, we had a train derailment over here in the Midwest. Check this footage out.
Amtrak riders are not too happy after a train from St. Louis to Chicago partially derailed.
This happened on Sunday, just miles from the destination. And our Cameron Bopp is hearing from the passengers who say the biggest concern was not the jolt, but the silence that followed. Cam.
Yeah, guys, Amtrak runs multiple trains between St. Louis and Chicago, including the Texas Eagle that leaves downtown every morning. Well, on Sunday, that train never made it all the way to Chicago. Passengers tell me the derailment itself felt minor, but it was a lack of information afterward that has them questioning what happens the next time something goes wrong. Video sent to First Alert 4 shows passengers climbing off an Amtrak train near Chicago onto snow-covered tracks, then standing around waiting for answers. Amtrak says about 250 people departed the downtown St. Louis Amtrak station around 8 a.m. Sunday. Around 1:30, part of the train slipped off the rails just miles outside Chicago.
Planes, trains, automobiles, so much going on, I tell you. Over in California, we got another reputable, so-called reputable pastor being arrested for doing some salacious activity regarding a teenager.
Like people here in Torrance, people who know the pastor, they are shocked and quite frankly struggling to believe the criminal charge against him.
My soul cries out, hallelujah! I thank God for saving me.
A self-proclaimed man of God goes from the pulpit to a public walk of shame, to a courtroom to face serious allegations involving a minor.
Sir, is your true and correct name James David Stockton III? Yes.
54-year-old James Stockton, a senior pastor at the South Bay Church of God, is facing a felony charge of arranging a meeting with a minor for lewd purposes. He pled not guilty.
There is no actual picture.
These are the ones that we trust, and we should be able to trust them with our kids.
Not so much. You can't trust anybody with your kids, not even these so-called pastors.
Meanwhile, with hotter temperatures striking cities nationwide, a deadly bacteria is on the rise.
I started feeling a little lethargic. I couldn't do basic things.
Legionnaire's disease, a severe form of pneumonia, has killed at least 6 people in New York City since late July and sickened 112 more. Nunzio Quinto says he was hospitalized for days.
I was out 5 days later and with no energy and unable to do anything.
This is the largest outbreak that the city has seen since 2015. How did it happen?
Here we go again. Always some type of virus on the rise to get people to take some more arm candy. Meanwhile, over here in Florida. This is off the charts right here. A fight at the county fair.
Now at 6, 5 people, including juveniles, arrested after multiple fights broke out at the South Florida Fair.
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says the fights happened Saturday night near the area where the rides and games are located.
Meanwhile, it's been 96 hours since officers found the remains of a Missouri State freshman. 18-year-old Elijah Murray went missing last week, and her body was found the next day in South Kansas City. Police are now asking for the public's help with finding a person of interest. You see him here on your screen, 28-year-old Eric Phillips II. Our Kansas City reporter Alyssa Jackson joins us live tonight after hearing from Murray's family for the first time. Alyssa.
Well, Sarah, right now I'm standing in the area of 87th and Blue River Road. This is where Elijah's remains were found. And after meeting with the family, it reminded me of a typical Thanksgiving holiday, you know, the morning after, sneaking into the kitchen to get leftovers. But Elijah's family was woken up in the middle of the night with a call, the news that she was missing and something was wrong. Now, Thanksgiving is the last time they got to see her.
Keep that family in your prayer. Many of us are parents, grandparents, uncles, aunties. Trying times we're going through, a lot of pain in this earth. Pray for all. That is the hashtag here on the Melchizedek Network. Meanwhile, we had another untimely and sudden death. Not much detail coming out about this, but something's not adding up, I tell you. I believe that a lot of people are having medical emergencies, and the world is totally in denial about what is occurring, but a lot has occurred since the arm candy, and you know what I'm referring to.
He's a member of the SoCal Basketball Hall of Fame. This morning, we're remembering longtime Laker player Eldon Campbell. You're watching Eyewitness News at 11:30 live on ABC 7. He's a member of the SoCal Basketball Hall of Fame. This morning, we're remembering longtime Laker player Eldon Campbell. You're watching Eyewitness News at 11:30 live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm Philip Palmer.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. The news of Eldon Campbell's passing first being shared by his alma mater, Clemson.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell joins us now live in our newsroom with Campbell's history with L.A. and the tributes now coming in.
Meanwhile,
at first glance, it may seem like a DoorDash delivery, but quickly it turns into a porch pirate pickup. Watch as he stuffs not one, but multiple packages into his bag. Before a honk alerts him that the suburban Chicago homeowner is pulling up, the family returning from vacation.
Oh my God, he's putting all the packages in his bag.
The real-life Grinch, managing to avoid the SUV, gets in the car and drives away before they even park.
When we looked through the Ring video footage from earlier in the day, you could see that he canvassed by our house several times.
This mom of two now warning neighbors to stay alert during the busy holiday shopping season that now comes with more and more package deliveries. Clarendon Hills police say the property crime incident is under investigation, adding porch pirates are getting bolder.
Yeah, it's that time of year again. Folks breaking in houses, stealing packages, and getting clever with it. That might be what this 500-pound bear was doing over in Altadena, California.
Happening now in Altadena, incredible video here. You're looking at a large bear somehow squeezing itself into and out of a tiny crawl space under a home. A homeowner facing a serious problem today, saying the stubborn animal won't leave. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell live in Altadena with more on the video and what is being done today, Josh.
Oh man, I'm telling you, the world. This is the Matrix. Bears over here climbing out of crawl spaces from people's houses. Meanwhile, we got this situation over here.
Developing tonight, folks, new details in a horrific wrong-way crash that killed 3 people and shut down Interstate 75 for hours up in North Georgia. This all happened around 10:30 within the city limits of Dalton in Whitfield County. Troopers say the driver was going northbound in the southbound lanes. That crash shut down Interstate 75 southbound for several hours. Right now, the GBI is working with the coroner to identify the victims.
Fatalities with car crashes, bus crashes, airplane crashes, everything is increasing. I tell you, I saw some footage, and I think you all have been seeing a lot too regarding these Teslas. I want to show you this headline about a Tesla that was parked in the garage of a family that caught fire. Check this out.
A Sanford family barely escaped their burning house in an early morning fire that happened today. The family's 18-year-old daughter had to jump out of a window to save her own life. West 2's Michelle Meredith shows us the damage and what the fire department is looking at as a possible cause.
The house the Rocky family called home is destroyed. Inside, not a whole lot to be salvaged. The garage completely gutted, a charred mess. Mina's prized Tesla burned to the point you almost can't tell it was a Tesla.
Just the trauma. The trauma was, we all traumatized at this point.
Mina Rocky says it started around 5 o'clock Tuesday morning in his Sanford home. Heard pop and crackling, walked into the garage, and says the bottom of his Tesla, which was in the garage charging at the time, was smoking.
I saw black smoke coming, like smoke coming out from everywhere.
Next, the frantic race to get his 4 children and wife out of the house.
I was not supposed to get out of the house.
His oldest daughter, Lily, was trying to do the same. She almost didn't make it, trying to find her brother.
After I walk in his room, that is where I lose all sight, hearing. I can't feel my body anymore.
That's terrifying, family. These Teslas, I call them the devil cars. I've never liked them, and it was something in my spirit that I believe caused me not to like those vehicles. There's so many incidents with these Teslas in the headlines, catching fire, short circuiting, blowing up. Yeah, it's a lot. Let's go over here to South Africa. They had this mass shooting. This is terrible right here. Sorry to report it, but man, that's every day around the world now, mass shootings.
25 people were shot. 11 have been confirmed as deceased. 10 died on this particular scene, and 1 died in hospital. We've got 14 victims in hospital. We've got 3 young children that are forming part of those that are deceased, the youngest being 3 years of age.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. This world needs repentance, forgiveness, love, unity, the Most High God. Yes, all the above. Meanwhile, over here in the U.S., there's some news about these SNAP benefits, and it may be some more changes. You know, we have enough money to fund wars, and you know, America's all over the world. They're over there in Venezuela, and they're funding all these wars, but you can't feed your citizens. I don't understand what the fuss is about SNAP. How about just free groceries for all your citizens? I mean, that's a righteous thing. Oh, I forgot. We're not living in a righteous kingdom.
The Trump administration's new requirements for the nation's largest food aid program took effect today. The president's One Big Beautiful bill changing the qualifications for SNAP, which over 40 million Americans use every single month. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joins us. And Jeff, Trump has said that the goal of these changes is to control costs, eliminate fraud within the system. Break down the new rules.
Under the One Big Beautiful bill, the administration raised the age limit here from 54 to 64 for those who must work, train, or volunteer at least 80 hours a month in qualifying activities in order to receive SNAP benefits. The Trump administration claiming the changes are necessary since costs for the benefits have gotten out of control due to the growing reliance on the program and also systematic fraud. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins saying last month limited data has already uncovered significant misuse, including thousands of deceased people receiving benefits and people collecting benefits in more than one state.
Blah, 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 blah. We're just tired of it. All of the games, the gimmicks, the lies, the control, the oppression. Save that drama. Right, brothers and sisters? Yes. Meanwhile, ICE is out of control. Out of control. Not liking what I'm seeing whatsoever. We need to really be praying for this nation. America It's really the whole world. The whole world is out of control. ICE needs to go.
Leave me alone!
This is what the f*** you to get me? No, you're the one making this do. We weren't even looking for you. So get the f*** over here. Why? So who are you looking for? This is a public area. Okay, so what the f*** you want? I don't want to speak to you. Well, I don't want to talk to you either. You're the one talking to me. Get the f*** out of here. You're leaving your freedom of the pinche paisa pendejo. Hispanic people against Hispanic, bro. The f***? You piece of motherfucker. You don't you're gonna have to back a motherfucker. You the f*** out of here. Anytime.
Did you see how they chased that young lady? Now, if she did something so terrible, why didn't they apprehend her? Why did they leave? They are truly out here harassing people. More footage with ICE. Yeah, it really looks like ICE is trying to cause a rebellion. It's like they're trying to instigate civil unrest. You know, anybody know the word instigate? That's what they're doing. I got one last headline, family, here on this Melchizedek News, and I want you all to really listen to this story. It really bothered me. I think it's a lot that we can learn from this story right here. Can make sure you pray for this family. But I'm telling you, when I listen to this, and it's two particular cases of this that are on this clip, I was thinking to myself, invasion of the body snatchers. Yeah, you know. You know what that's about. It's a lot of harvesting and taking people's organs and so forth. But I want y'all to listen to this and make sure you discuss this information with your family. This is out of Chicago.
The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office says it did all it could, but was unable to identify the young man until the family checked the morgue's website. Family members turned to the I-team asking how a body could go unidentified for 2 years and 2 months.
He's my baby cousin, and I'm just going to do whatever I can to fight for him.
LaTanya Cole and her family say they're desperate for answers from the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office about 28-year-old Jermaine Richards.
He had been there for 2 years and 2 months.
What do you think about that?
It's the disgrace is unacceptable. How could they keep a body for so long?
Richards drowned in Lake Michigan in May of 2022, but wasn't identified until July of 2024. Richard's father says he was calling local police departments within weeks of not hearing from his son.
When they came and told me about him,
Then an official missing persons report was filed by his cousins in January of 2024.
We have a big family. We thought that people had spoken to him.
It was another 7 months before Richard's identity was verified by the medical examiner's office, only after family members called when they identified this picture with a familiar tattoo on the ME's unidentified persons website. The ME's office says it does not have access to missing persons reports filed with police.
We have so much AI and so much technology, how someone can sit so long. Tattoos, bone density, teeth, hair,
The ME's office says Richard's body was discovered without any identification and was decomposing, and that city and state police immediately tried to take fingerprints but couldn't because of the decomposition. However, a DNA sample was submitted for testing, but the Illinois State Police lab says it didn't get that sample from Chicago police until November of 2023, more than a year and a half later. Chicago police not commenting on the case or that delay. That sample finally came back in May of 2024, inconclusive. The ME's office also says dental samples were uploaded to a national database weeks after Richards arrived, and that the FBI took fingerprints with enhanced methods a year after the body was there.
You all feel like the medical examiner could have done more to inform you?
Yes. But the family is asking why that collaboration with the FBI didn't happen sooner, and why there was not a match since Richards was a TSA employee. The FBI only saying it does assist to identify remains upon request.
It's unconscionable, and I just can't quite. I think about it daily.
The I-Team has uncovered 3 other similar complaints in recent years.
My son did not deserve to be laying down in that morgue.
Ruthie McKinney's son, Calvin Davis, sat in the morgue for 6 weeks, even though the family had been calling there. The ME blamed it on miscommunication, a name mix-up on a police report, and Davis not having an ID. McKinney filed this lawsuit. Part of it is about a fight to obtain a more detailed timeline about what happened while Davis was in the morgue. The county says it has provided the legally required redacted information and has filed a motion to dismiss. Richard's family and their attorney say they too may file a lawsuit.
How do you keep a body for 813 days and not try to find anyone?
I wanted you to hear that full expose right there because, man, I could say so much. Just a total lack of accountability, oversight, corruption. Did you hear how the morgue, they don't have over at the coroner's office the missing persons records? Like, they don't get that information. I'm like, how is there not a connection? How do they not check these things, especially when you have a John Doe or a Jane Doe? It's more to it. It's corruption, family. Continue to pray. It's hard to end the news even on a high note with so much, darkness that's happening. But we know that the Most High's word is real and it will prevail in the end on this earth, and that there will be a transformation in this earth. It's just going to take some time. So continue to let your light shine before all. That's right. Doing unto others as you would have one do unto you, loving thy neighbor. That's what it's all about. It's all about repentance and forgiveness. I'm going to share this last story as I leave out, and then some encouraging words for this Sabbath that hopefully will give you some encouragement and motivation. But look at this little cutie right here. I thought this was quite funny.
A burglar that broke into a Virginia store was caught by police asleep in the bathroom. It gets even better. That burglar was a raccoon. Now, you're probably wondering how it ended up passed out on the bathroom floor. Here's how. This was a liquor store, and from the looks of things, that raccoon went on a serious bender. According to the police report, the drunk raccoon was taken to a shelter to sober up and to get a talking to about its poor life choices before being released on its own recognizance.
Looks like it had a lot of gin and tequila.
Right.